Rand Water officially starting its 58-hour maintenance of its water pipeline. Both the city and Rand Water asking residents to stock up. This was ahead of the actual maintenance. Let's get an update from our colleague Nqobile Madlala, who is in Hillbrow this hour. Nqobile, good morning to you once again. Apologies, we got cut off there because of the sound issues. So you were saying earlier that you were able to spot at least one water tanker, but it's already left the area. Does that assume that the people in Hillbrow are still fine for now in terms of water?
Well, I suppose so, Xoli, just for now. But I'm already hearing from Honeydew. You remember that last night we were speaking to people that side, and they're saying that officially their taps are already dry. So that means that water tanker will need to be in and around that area. But I want to bring in Joburg Water to tell us more in terms of those areas that are going to be affected. And of course, Honeydew being one of those areas that are already affected. What are the contingency plans that you have in place that are helping those people?
Thank you very much. Indeed, we have a contingency plan that we've put in place, and the contingency plan is in terms of the water tanker that we are going to be deploying in the number of areas that will be affected, as well as the stationary tank that we've deployed them. So all in all, we've got over 60 tankers that will be supplying water to various areas that are going to be affected by this planned shutdown.
So who would be mostly affected, and how does one determine that?
So if you look at the communication that we've sent out, this shutdown, as much as we indicate that it's going to last for 58 hours, it's basically three different shutdowns that are happening within the bigger system. I'll start with the main one, which is part of the Ekenhof system. This is the one that indeed is going to last for 58 hours, starting from last night up to Friday morning. And in the main, it's going to be affecting the greater Randburg-Roodepoort area, all the way coming to around Brixton, Auckland Park. So those are the areas really that are going to be affected most. As we were indicating in introduction, some of those areas have started being affected, mainly the area that are supplied from water towers. Because by design, water tower is not necessarily the storage, it's just to lift the water so that we can be able to reach the high-lying areas. So those areas, of course, they've been affected already, and we have water tankers that we've deployed in those areas. So if you look at the second system, we've talked about Daleside system, which mainly supplies the area of Orange Farm, the area of Ennerdale and Lowley. So the work also started last night, 7 o'clock. And we indicated in our communication that that particular work was going to last for about 8 hours. And of course, our bulk supply have informed us they've finished, and we've been able to see also that system for Daleside recovery. So basically that area, if you look at Orange Farm, Lowley, Ennerdale, they have water. We're just making sure that the system fully recover, which we expect it to be happening by tomorrow morning. So if we come to the area where we are, which we call it a central system, this is part of the Swartkopies. Also, the work started yesterday at about 7 o'clock, and this particular one we've indicated that's going to last for about 24 hours. So everything's going according to the plan, and they should be finishing early evening the work. But I must indicate that if you look at the reservoir that are supplied for this system, this is the Yeoville Reservoir, the Barrier Reservoir. We're still fine in this area. There's still water, but we are monitoring very closely. We may start, or residents may start experiencing low or poor pressure towards the afternoon peak. But as I said, in this particular area, they'll be finishing early evening.
All right. Thank you very much. We will catch up with you as the day continues. As you can hear there, just an explanation in terms of what will be happening going forward. And of course, we are going to be there to see if the residents do have water going forward.